Good morning, or is it good morning? Yes, the clock is not 12 yet, so it means that it's still morning. I'm out walking in the rain. Yay! And the reason is that it's partly I already made the decision before the weekend because I was working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's the forest path. I've been filming it so many times before, but I really like it because it's close to my house and it's like a round trip. You can go around. So, also as you can see, the weather is not so good, which means that I hope that there will be not so many people on here today. If it would be nice and sunny, people would be everywhere. Not that I'm afraid of people, but it's just I live in a small area and people here are not so used to seeing people walking around with cameras. That's like, I don't know if it's a Norwegian thing or, excuse me, I had to clear my throat, or a Scandinavian thing, but if you are in a shop and somebody's like with a camera, everyone will like stop and glare at you and like, oh, what are you doing? Why are you filming inside the shop? Why are you filming me? Why are you... For example, in other countries, people don't have problem with it. I would not have problem with people filming me, except, for example, if I'm sitting on an airplane or a bus or a car sleeping, I would not like people to film me while I'm, for example, sleeping. But other than that, I'm totally fine with people filming. But here is like, people will stare at you, look at you like, huh? You know? So, today, since it's raining, I know that there will be not so many people out here, so I can walk a little bit freely with my camera. And also, I'm a very shy person, so if there will be a lot of people on the pathway, I probably would not even take off my camera. So it's also a little bit of me problem, if you wanna twist it around that way. But generally Norwegian are very shy people, and I'm in that category. And also I'm wearing my microphone now, my DJI microphone, and the thing is that you don't need to talk so loudly for the microphone to pick up your voice, so I'm almost whispering. And I'm just testing, and as I said, since it's raining, I don't expect many people to be out there. Also, I'm out there because I had like a doctor checkup. I rarely go to the doctor. I'm a generally very healthy person. I don't have like a healthy lifestyle. I do eat a lot of pizza, not a lot, but my eating habits could be changing. But I went, to make a long story short, just before Easter, I saw some blood when I did the number 2. And if you don't know what number 2 is, it's like when you are doing your poo-poo in the toilet. So it got me worried, but also I felt like generally I wasn't feeling weak. It's just like was like blood on my feces after. So I looked it up on Google, and okay, then it could be many things, of course. But there was some things that I just like it was out of the question that it could be. So it was left for me with three mostly things that it could be. Of course, either cancer, but if you go to Google, all your symptoms can be like cancerous. Or it could be hemorrhoids, or it could be this, I don't know if you in England say IBS, irritable bowel sickness, something. I'm not sure, sorry. English is not my first language, as you all know by now, but it's like, I think it's irritable bowel sickness or syndrome. IBS, it's the word for it. Or of course, cancer. So I called, so I was not having it every time when I did number 2, but it was like coming and going. And then it doesn't go away, so then you start to be worried, of course. And for me to even call into a doctor's office, it takes a lot of courage. Because number 1, I don't like to speak to people I don't know. And number 2, I don't call into the doctor office very often, so it makes me nervous. But of course, seeing blood in your feces also makes you nervous, so you just want to figure out what it is. So I called in, and it was this, like here we have like you call into the doctor's office. You don't call directly to your doctor. You call the number, then you explain that, hi, my name is blah 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 blah, my security number is blah 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 blah, and then they ask you, and then you tell them what is your problem, what is your reason why you're calling. And of course I know that the people sitting there, they need medical, they have had medical education, because you cannot sit behind that desk without having some kind of professionalism. But she was like, I was like at that point very worried, because yeah, it's blood in, you know, so, and that was me sneezing, or stopping a sneeze. So she was like, I answered a lot of questions. She asked me if I had pain when I did number 2, if it was like, if I had stomach pain, if I felt like, she asked me many questions. I don't remember all of them now. And then she was like, I think you have hemorrhoids, but if it gets worse, you need to call in again. And I was like, okay, but shouldn't I come in and like have my blood tested, my blood sample or something? I not had a blood test since 2013, actually. And she was like, no, you don't need to do that. And I was like, after we hung up, of course, and then after I was like serious with me, like really Harry, how a worried person seeing blood in her feces, and you just assume it's like hemorrhoids without even having been for a checkup. I was like, what the, you know? So I went, I ordered a test at a private, like I went private. This was like the public, this was the public doctor thing. So I went private, and paid a lot of money, but they test me for everything. They ultrasounded me, they scanned my, what you call this, lymph thing. They checked my breast, since I'm a woman. And they, what more? Yeah, they checked my kidneys. It was like a full ultrasound thing. And also they took my blood test and my, I delivered a sample of my feces, like to test for blood. And so on Friday, just before the weekend, I got the results back, and they didn't find like blood in the feces, so it means that okay, it's probably not cancer. So that's a good thing. And I'm going into this cabin now to get the code, because this thing here I have explained to you in a previous video. This it's like you can take the code registered in the app. I'm hoping there's no people here. No people. Okay. So I just have to cover up for the code, because inside there's a mailbox and there's a code, but I'm not giving away free thing. Oh, wait a minute, I have an alarm. It's just my alarm to go change for lunch at work, but today I have free, but I'm not turning off the alarm. So it means that the clock is now almost 11, if you're wondering. But yeah, my results come back, and so it probably is hemorrhoids, but they say that if the problems get worse, like I start to see more blood coming, then I need to go, and I feel weaker, but I feel fine. So probably also the doctor, or not the doctor, but the medical assistants at my public doctor's office was also right, but I felt it was very strange that I was not taken in for any test, you know, because I can also sit at a desk in front, having Google in front of me, and just like Google the symptoms and just say that, yeah, you probably just have this and this and this. Then I think everyone can be a doctor today. So, but this private office I really liked. They were so professional. They were so helping. They were listening. You really felt that you was being taken care of. But of course this also cost a lot of money, so but it was worth it, because my health is my number one. There's no question about it. But the results come back on Friday and everything looked very good, except from that I'm a little bit overweight. I already know that. I've been a JoJo weight loss. I lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, gained weight. I've been to diets, I've been to programs, I've been to I've been a JoJo since I turned 28, and today I'm in my 40s. So yeah, but of course in that I should start to, even though I use my bike to work now in the summer times, but I should also start to do more exercise. And then my grip, you know, the grip, I was actually under, for my age and my gender, I was actually under, so I need to train up my grip system. So there's like these two things I had to work with, and they are gonna put me not on a diet, but I'm gonna start eating healthier, of course, to try to reduce my weight. And also I need to train this, my grip. And other than that, everything was fine. But after getting this result back that it's not like serious, or it's serious when you see blood in your feces, but it's not like I'm much more like happier person, because before this test I was like worried, you know, because you're constantly thinking, you're waking up in the middle of the night and okay, do I feel pain? Do I feel this? How do I feel? So I think maybe in the future I will go to that private clinic, because you just go to their online page, and then you can like cross out what kind of examination you want. So you can also have like a full body scan if you want. But the one that I took covered almost everything. It covered the most part. The only thing that it didn't cover was my lungs and my heart. Kind of like, so I did not take a lung test, I did not take a heart test. But she took my blood pressure, so it's kind of like, it is a heart test. Kind of like, I would say. So yeah. So I'm very glad I did this test. I'm very glad that the results come back, and I seem to be very healthy for my age, they told me, except for my grip thing that was a little bit under average. So I have to work on that and work on my weight loss a little bit. So that's why already I decided that even though the weather is like this, do you see, by the way, I forgot that maybe I should also clean my lens. But you've been here before, it's like not many people are watching my YouTube anyway, so whatever. I'm just doing it mostly for myself, and right now I am testing this microphone with the wind stopper. Not that it's very much windy out here anyway, but it's just to test my gear. So yeah, and also talking to a camera helps me build more confidence in myself. It also helps my English skills a little bit. Oh, sorry. I think it's like this, what you call it, and the flowers damn it. Yeah, exactly. My English is not my first language. Pollution, how are you calling it? You know, the dust that's on the plant in this time of the year. I think I'm a little bit allergic because I do not have a cold. Or maybe this is a starting for one. Okay, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna, if you could hear that through the microphone, it was me drinking water. I don't know how much this is taking up. I tested it like one time before. But what I found strange about the microphone is like the wind stopper. Like this one here, I feel it's not attached very securely. I feel it's very loose. It could like fall off at any time. But maybe that's just my feelings of it, because I have not used it so much. So I'm during this trip I've been checking many times already if it's still there. Because at home it actually got loose from the microphone and it fell on the floor, and I was like, okay, am I doing something wrong when I'm fastening it, or is it just like I've been giving something that's a little bit bad quality? I don't know. I need to check other YouTubers more professional than me how this gear is actually supposed to be. Maybe I also put it on the wrong way. It could be that too. But yeah, that was my story for today. I don't know what more to tell you. I'm just a crazy person out in the rain walking. And also today we have like, it's a religious, what do you call it, religious day. So many people have off today. I would have off anyway, regardless of the religious day or not, because I had working weekend. So I would normally have free anyway. But this is also why not many people are out there. Also because of the rain. I don't see how much rain it's on the lens actually, so just have to dry it off sometime. So yeah. So also many people, since this day come on Monday, they left already on Friday. They went to the cabins and or hytte, as we call it in Norway. So there's not so many people out here anyway. What's this? Somebody make kindergarten kids, or somebody had made, it's like a good tour. It's translation from Norwegian as have a nice trip. So a little encouraging word on the road. There's some people coming. I will have to pause. I actually met some people too, so I'm not the only crazy person walking in the woods in a rainy day. I met two, they were a couple, two people. So very nice. I didn't want them to be on camera, I didn't want to film them. And also our law is that if you should film someone, you have to ask them for permission, because I will put this up on YouTube. So if I would be filming them, I would have to go back and ask them, hi, I'm putting this video on YouTube, do you want to be on it? Because if somebody would film me without my approval for it, I can actually sue them. It's in our law, the public and personal law. So if anyone, for example, is filming me without asking me for their permission, I can actually take this person to court. That's probably also why we, Norwegian or Scandinavia generally, I think, is a little bit like, huh, why are you filming me? I would not mind, for example, if I was at the airport, somebody was making a film situation like this. No, I'm totally fine with it. I think I would also be totally fine with it if other people, if I was without camera and I met people here filming, I would probably be okay with it. Probably, I don't know how I would react, of course, but what I know that I would not like is, as I told you earlier, I'm repeating myself now, I know, filming me while I'm in a, for example, on airplane trips. I very easily fall asleep, like after the plane has leveled, because I'm a nervous flyer. So I easily fall asleep in a plane, but that's just because if I'm out flying, I start already the night before getting nervous. My stomach will go crazy. So when I do fall asleep on board an airplane, it's because my body is exhausted. I'm not the person who's sitting and screaming, but inside of me I have like chaos. So my boyfriend used to tease me a little bit that, oh, but you sleep on the plane. And I'm like, yeah, because my body is like so exhausted from my nervousness, and it's things that you cannot see it for me on the outside, that this is a person who doesn't like to fly, but inside me, oh my god. So yeah. So I know that I would definitely not like people sleeping me in a filming me in a sleeping situation. But if I was shopping at the shop and somebody would walk in with a camera, I think I would be fine with it. Not like stop the camera and say, oh, let's see what this person is buying, but just filming like this, that, yeah, hello, I'm in this shop, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I will be fine with it. But not get like the camera like in my face like this and yeah, let's see what she's buying, here's what she's buying. But walking around like this, just like, yeah, I'm in the shop and we are going for grocery shopping, I'm gonna shop bananas, apples. I would have no problem with it, it would be fine. So yeah. I don't know what more to tell you, I'm just babbling to myself. But it's a good exercise for me to practice my English, to test my gear, to also test my camera. Maybe I should hold it more up, maybe I should hold it more down. I have no idea. My screen went black very early on, so I have no idea how I've been filming. I also have this, can attach to your neck, not your neck, your shoulder. But I don't use it so often. For the time being, I don't know exactly where it is either. I know it's in my gearbox somewhere, of course. There's our school. or the school, not our school. I finished educated a long time ago. Or actually, I tried to educate, but I failed. But I will say I have come pretty far in life anyway. Sorry, me stopping a sneeze. You have people like me who is practical, and you have other people who is more theoretic. So yeah, we are different. But I have a job, I have money. I can go on holiday 1 time a year, sometimes 2 times a year if I'm lucky. The tickets are cheap. So yeah, we have this. It's like we have like a bicycle competition every year on this day, on the holy religious day like today. I don't know, is the English word for it Finsten or is it the German words for it? Yeah, anyway, we have like a religious day today. And it starts to blow, as you can see. So this is just the mark that people should, or maybe it's the mark that nobody should walk on the grass, because I think they just made new grass here. Okay, so it could possibly be because new people is supposed to walk here, because you see they just made some new grass. I don't know. This is still part of our school. Not the building there, the white one, but all this. Yeah, you can see it easily, both school or not school, of course. So yeah, some benches to sit on. They are very wet today, because I think it's been raining non-stop since yesterday. Schoolyard, flower decorations. Probably was decorated for our national day, our constitutional day. 17th of May, I think it's a national day. But translating to English America, it will be like your Constitution Day. So our 17th of May is like the American way of 4th of July, for example. So yeah, there's a shop, and there's the retirement home for the elderly. I'm not gonna go there. I have one goal in life. I have one wish that I would like the Lord to fulfill for me, only one. I will never go into an elderly home as a patient, never. Not because it's like so misery there, but I will be healthy all my life. My goal in life is to never end up in the old retirement home. I'm gonna live in my house till the day I die. That's my goal. That's my goal for life. Oops, I just stepped on a big splash on the concrete there. Yeah, I don't know what more to tell you. If it wasn't raining, I would probably go inside there and slide down for you. If I had a person who could take the camera on the other side. Or I could go inside myself and film. Yeah. But I'm soon gonna be home. I'm gonna eat breakfast or late lunch. Don't know how you would call it. I'm not a breakfast person in general either, so it's like for me it will be lunch. But I will see you guys later. Take care. I'm just back home, and I just want to show you how loose it is. Like, it's fall off so easily that I had to multiple times during the trip now I had to check if it was there. I don't know if it's supposed to be like this. And also I know that you are not supposed to wear your microphone upside down, of course, but it feels very loose. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think?